for last session?
I did it last time.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Fine.
better?
I don't think so. I'll do it.
Eesh.
I don't think so, Daria.
I just totally didn't remember.
Good
No, you're
luck.
good. So I think the beginning of last session started with Rayla kind of looking into the barrier in the cave. And like while she was there, like she saw like the first thing that she saw was like this like weird room with like a bunch of like statues and stuff, and in the middle was like an egg and like there was some fire or something. And with that, she was able to communicate with Mira for a bit, or like that Mira. Not like directly, but seemingly through vibes and feelings, they were able to talk. And like from that, she got like shown these, I don't know, visions or like images of like different locations. Seem to have like similar situations to what's happening in the cave, but I'm not entirely sure. There was like one place that was like underwater, there was one place high in the sky. There was one place that was in the Mansis, and there was somewhere else that was like deep in the ground. And like each of like those visions featured like Mira essentially, or like a image of her or something that looked like her.
All of them?
I'm pretty sure most of them. I think, yeah, with figure. I'm pretty sure all of them did. I think the deep in the ground one didn't have a figure, and then it did at the end. But did I think that?
Mm-hmm.
With that ominous note from Rama, that might not be right, but I'm not entirely sure. After that, Rayla like left the barrier. Everyone chatted for a bit, and then we went to go check out the crystals that were still in the sky, and I think are still in the sky. Rayla touched one, and like she passed the check for that, so she didn't. Nothing bad happened, seemingly. And then at that point, we were just like, I think we decided to go talk to Larissa. And there, they had a very aggressive conversation, to which we learned that she is a light long. Mira's death didn't have anything to do with like the barrier and stuff, but they did use like her to create the barrier. And I can't remember anything other than that.
It was essentially when we where we ended the session. Was there nothing else maybe of note that was said during that conversation?
Sure there was. But I don't remember. Team, do you remember anything?
Not really.
I just remember when I asked her about the ward or like it was like when she was talking about why you two were why you two were used for the ward. There's some part where she lied, either in her reasoning or what she knew or what she was going to do.
I do remember that. Thank you, Daria.
She's also claiming that you guys just need to keep up the ward, and the next ward she'll figure out. But we also then realize that she doesn't know how to actually finish the ward or like change the ward necessarily.
Seemingly.
Yeah, we're just gonna snitch on her because we don't respect
Oh,
her.
definitely. We're gonna go tattletale.
All right. Then, yeah, we get inspiration, and we will begin where the last left off.
Thing is, we
As
may
the
not need
whole
to
of
deal
you
with her.
have. Wait, sorry, what'd you say, Double?
I think we may not need to deal with her because now the Shadow probably also heard that there's a light long here, and Ladine might just take care of her for us.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the shadow!
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that down again. I always forget this.
How many times have you made a note of that?
I have to do it every session.
We should make
Uh,
like a reminder event once a week. A reminder about Lynette.
Sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna be like, yeah, no, it needs to be at the top of every new page in notes. There's a giant sticky note I keep on my computer.
Anyways, on that note, we'll begin where we last left off. The whole of you have just exited Larissa's hut after a rather tense discussion. Situation between you and her aren't exactly the best, but you know. What do? Surrounding you everywhere, there's the same houses that you saw before. The small wisps of smoke have ended in one of them, the one that you, Rayla, would recognize as your own. Zarisha's still seems to be going strong. Right now, the sun has pretty much come down, and you begin to be able to see stars. In a couple hours, they'll be more visible. For now, it's a nice, tranquil, peaceful ambiance, cut only by the somewhat chilly wind drifting on down from above. What do?
Rayla is just gonna start like walking over to Salika's house.
Alright. Do Andre and Mavis follow or slash say anything?
Yeah, they'll follow him. Or at least Andre will. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, following.
You begin to make your way up. First, you have to go down and out of the village. You pass by the spider butcher's entourage. The sheep themselves seem to be more inclined to sleep right now. Many of them sleeping on the floor directly. Huddled together. They seem very soft, very fluffy. They're having a good time. You can see there's a little baby sheep that's kind of still waddling around. It eyes you with curious eyes.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
Roll the hit.
No, I'm kidding. Just imagine vaporizing it.
The others don't even notice.
He was coming
There's
right at
just
me.
blood flying everywhere.
Oh, sorry, I need to be like right back. Sorry.
Okay.
Alright, this is our chance. We kill Rayla.
While her back is turned, you have
Yep.
advantage on all attacks against her.
Good. I could just hold person, and then you just.
Oh, that would be awful. Oh, man.
I honestly always have that. It's like one of the spells I always keep now.
It's a good spell.
It's a good spell.
If you need to neutralize a single person, it's really effective. You do need them to be a person.
I'm
right?
so scared to progress the time in this game.
Yeah, see? That's why I'm like, oh, really? You're gonna long rest, huh?
Oh, no. But that's not the. Well, okay. Because I don't know if we're gonna be starting my arc immediately, so. Because we're still in Rayla's arc, right?
Oh.
Like, did we just, like, stave it off and now we're going to, like, switch.
Oh.
Because I forgot Lynn is gonna show up either the next day, probably, right?
Like, that's what she said.
That's what she
Is
said.
that what she's gonna do?
I don't know. Probably.
Find out.
Why would she lie about that?
Maybe something unexpected happened.
That is possible, I guess, yeah. Hate that I'm in a league mood now. I hate you guys.
That is dangerous. Like earlier today, I really considered just. No, I didn't really consider, but I was like, oh, I want to play League. It's really too bad nobody's here. Maybe I could try and at someone that's not on. It's too dangerous.
Hmm.
By the way, Daria, I'm sorry if yesterday I was mean. I was not very gamer of me.
You're mean.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you did get pressed on some point. Yeah, I do.
I did get a little bit pressed.
That's alright.
I'm sorry about that.
I'm good at disassociating from that, so we're fine.
That's okay. That's good then.
I'm just sad because I can't even like play Overwatch right now. Cause quick play, I'm not a big fan of quick play right now. I only like it on certain. I like the quicker speed only on certain game modes. I don't like it on all of them.
That's fair. But are Marcus and Andre doing or like looking around for anything as you're progressing towards Alika's house?
No.
Bird woman, just if you're watching us from the window.
You're looking for one of Salika's bird or for Larissa?
Larissa is a joke of she's like the old woman that like angrily peers at you through her windows.
Essentially, yes. She doesn't have windows though, so
No,
nope.
maybe that's
Like
why.
it's
She
like
doesn't
one of
get enough
those
fresh air.
cloth huts.
Hmm.
The cloths themselves are very very well decorated. There's rich purples and bright reds, but it is it's a cloth hut. You can't put a window in there.
Mm.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Come back. So you pass by the spider butchers' entourage on your way to Salika. You can see the small place that she calls a residence, a almost shack, almost house, somewhere in the middle. Perhaps calling it a barn would be more appropriate. That doesn't seem to have been that well maintained, or does it seem to be so poorly maintained that it'll be a problem or dangerous? There is the path that leads upwards and upwards through the trees and the rocks. The mountain path. I assume you follow it?
Yep.
Alright. You make your way up, and after a few more minutes, you do reach Salika's house. It seems very much the same as when you last saw it, but this time there's a few lights inside. You can see the chimney emanate small wafts of smoke. As you near, a small little squirrel waltz up to you, looking you up and down.
Do I
And
still
then
have true sight?
As you look down, you see that the squirrel approaching you is actually an enormous dragon getting ready to bite you in two. That's just a squirrel. But that is a good question. Do you still have true sight, Noble?
It lasts for an hour, but I don't think it would see through disguises. I don't think so.
But you still have it on.
Yes.
Okay, then let me give you another description of the path you yourself have just followed. Most of this place, the path leading up, the trees, the stones, the birds, and the small little critters, seem very much innocuous. But in many of them, you can see strong glimmers of a beige influence that spreads far from them, leaving a dark trail of black shadows behind. As you look up towards the sky, the stars glimmer faintly, an effervescent white light in the sky, essentially the same as they always are. But as you look closer to the peak of the mountains, you can clearly see those crystals, even now. You can still feel their power, their influence, their connection. You can feel the barrier so far away, but you can't exactly see it from where you are. And inside the hut, the flame burns not in the same yellowish orange light that you'd expect from any light. Instead, it's almost like the neutral interior of the hut is being coated wildly and chaotically, sporadically and briefly, but at regular intervals, with the thickened paste of a black shadow. You can see it emanating and drenching slightly from underneath the door. It doesn't seem to get very far, though. It seems to stop in a perfect circle about 15 feet away from the hut.
All right.
You're there. You all Sarah do anything?
I don't.
Are we? Oh, okay. Yeah, Rayla's just gonna like wave at the squirrel a bit, and then she's gonna go knock on the door.
A squirrel waves back to you and scurries away underneath the foundation of the house. You go and knock on the door, and after a few moments, you hear Salika's response from inside. Come in. Is that you, Rayla?
Yeah, it is. Rayla's gonna like open the door and then gesture for the other two to go inside.
Andre will do so.
You enter, and inside the house, you find a scenery that's not exactly out of the usual, out of the ordinary for you. It's somewhat reminding you of Larissa's own hut, and a little bit even of the Moose's own underground base. Lining many of the walls are shelves upon which you see many small or curious items, a few of which Andre jut out to you as having particular influence. The more notable ones are all kept cleanly and clearly, in small vases or jars, see-through, yet clearly reinforced. You can see their small seals at the top that seem to have been reapplied recently. Salika herself is in one of the corners of the house. There's a small oven on which he's lit a fire. She appears to be getting ready for some cookery. She herself has a few ingredients, regular vegetables cut out on a board. And in the centerpiece of the room, there's a round table, a bit low to the floor, where there's a singular candle burning, with another jar open next to it, with small moths inside. Once every few minutes, one of them flies away from the jar and directly into the candlelight to burn into nothingness. Oh, and you brought your friends. Well, that's perfect. Come in. I've got enough for everyone.
Can I tell what she's cooking?
Yeah. From the ingredients that you have gathered, you can see that she seems to have the making of a great ratatouille.
Awesome. Rayla, is there like a couch in here or like chairs?
There is one like padded chair next to an okay size, not too large, but okay-ish fireplace. As for any regular seats, the table itself is very low to the floor, and there are plenty of cushions all around it.
Yeah, Rayla's gonna go sit down at like the table and say, "Yeah, that was a conversation. It would be good to eat."
Salika herself waits for a moment. Okay, well, you'll tell me all about it with a good meal. an empty stomach, it's not gonna do you any good. Neither of you are allergic to vegetable, are you? He turns to you, Andre and Mavis.
No.
I just don't really tend to have much of an appetite.
I guess that makes sense.
I appreciate the offer, though.
You don't need a body or anything like that. I'm sure we could find you a dead deer in the forest.
She doesn't work like that.
That's horribly insulting.
She just functions on her own. You don't need to offer her things like that.
Salika waddles around a ladle, as she expresses herself and turns around. Okay. And she gets back to cooking, cutting down some ingredients, mixing some spices, and preparing a delicious meal. What do Andre and Mavis do? They just kind of stand in the doorway?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You're not gonna sit down.
Nope.
I'll floor sit, I guess.
Okay, that's just even weirder.
Is it? Wait,
Why would you sit on the floor when there are chairs offered, you know?
Also in a chair. I don't know why I misheard. I heard
there's
like
a
sitting
singular-
on the floor.
There's like a singular chair in front of like the fireplace,
Mm,
but there's not actually chairs throughout the room.
yeah.
The table is a circular wooden table set rather low to the ground.
So it is a floor sitting place.
Yes.
Okay, so I did understand that correctly.
And on the floors, there's plenty of like cushioned area, so it's still very comfortable.
Why would you make me doubt myself?
What the heck?
Floor sit. God. On the cushions. So.
Andre, you know you can come in, right?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not want to?
It's not that. And then he's gonna go in and
Salika
sit
turns
down.
around,
He's gonna give it a couple
turns
seconds.
around and eyes you with a raised eyebrow. I invite you into my home. There's no garlic here.
I'd make a terrible vampire.
I think you could pull it off, honestly.
You know, you insult me in so many colorful ways.
Oh, don't!
And he's gonna go sit
Wait,
down.
when did I do that?
I will say, of all of us, I think I am the most vampiric. Right?
It would be
think
hard to
you
beat.
And I'm... And maybe just get like poke at one of her teeth, maybe.
Are vampires just like a normal thing? Does everyone know that they're real?
Everybody knows that they're real, but you don't see a lot of them.
That's crazy. Okay. Imagine, like, at this point, I feel like we need to meet a vampire, right?
We have.
I'm saying this as Rayla. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but Daria killed him.
What?
It was an accident, I swear.
You killed him? I don't know what's
Sorry.
happening in this campaign.
Did you forget Double's pet vampire boyfriend?
Yeah, I murdered him.
Double, do you know who that is?
I know who they're talking about. It's basically an inside joke for them specifically.
Okay.
After a few minutes, Salika herself seems to be done. And from the kitchen, there's small animal figures that come to give over the food. You can see 3 small monkeys, each of them holding a big plate filled with a nice ratatouille, well above their heads, as they waddle over to the table and set it down in front of each of you.
Is she Snow White?
After a few moments, they go back and get some utensils from the drawers and set them down very politely, even setting down in the correct etiquette manner. Andre, you could recognize that. You have small fork, big fork, desert fork, dinner fork. You're ready.
Wow, Rama, what official and proper names.
Let him cook, okay?
The monkeys know what they're doing, Daria.
Let him cook. It has a soup spoon, you know the whole deal.
Yeah, it's got 2 knives. One of them's bigger than the other for some reason. Salika herself is still rummaging through the cupboards for a moment. Oh, do you want anything to drink with that? I have wine, I have gooseberry rum, I have some... Ooh, is that elderberry whiskey?
I'm not too fond of drinking. It's like the middle of the day, isn't it?
No.
Nice.
Okay,
Wait.
okay. I
Yeah,
thought it was the
listen.
middle of the day, and she was like, "You want some whiskey, dog?"
Rama literally went through the effort of explaining the stars twinkling in the sky for us.
Listen, I'm
Thank you,
so
Daria.
I constantly think it's like midday. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's always been.
First, you missed that there's only one chair in the room, then you miss...
What's happening to us, guys?
I'm experiencing withdrawals.
1 second, Robbie's trying to break into something. I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
Robbie.
I think we should break up.
The session's cursed already.
Again, I do also have some leafy. Would you like some of that?
Does Andre know
You
what
got
that is? I'm
weed?
trying to think if Andre would know what that is.
She definitely has weed. What am I talking about? She's a druid.
Yes. She turns around with a very large circular bottle. Inside there's a dark and syrupy liquor.
I'm okay. Andre's gonna pull out his Tome of Shadows and start reading it.
Wait, what?
What kind of
What?
edgelord
What?
shit is this?
What?
Yeah, he's done it before.
It's just so like wow.
He doesn't know what to do,
So
so he's gonna
polite.
find something to do.
Eat?
He could eat.
You present with current company?
Yeah, he's gonna eat it with Mage
Amazing.
Hand, so he can free up his hands. I said, do I still?
You're saying Andre doesn't know how to sit at a dinner table?
I mean, he does, but like,
Maybe
he
he
doesn't
doesn't
know
want
what
to
to do.
engage right now.
He's just waiting for Rayla to take care of it. He doesn't have anything to add here.
I see.
How about you, Rayla? Mavis?
I'm
Everything?
okay. I still don't really drink much.
Well, this isn't really alcohol. It's... She pauses for a moment. It's like drinking fallen autumn leaves. It's the best way to describe it.
I'm gonna have to decline, but thank you.
Okay. She pours herself one glass and goes to sit down at the table next to you, leaving you, Mavis, with the only place around the table with nothing. Well, tell me about it then.
Who wants to start?
I feel like like it was a really intense conversation, but we did learn a lot.
Okay.
What did you say that she was, Andre? That Larissa's a light long?
That was
it's
that was just
going.
my guess. I heard people talking about it, and she was long, and she was made of light.
Well, that's finally come full circle. He takes a bite out of the ratatouille.
I feel like you should have had a bigger reaction to that.
Well, I always knew Larissa was weird. It's not too far-fetched that she'd be a light long. Her actions are a bit weird for someone like that, though.
She did threaten us
Yeah.
if we tried to tell anyone.
Yeah, I think she definitely was trying to fight us near the end of that.
Oh yeah, she was trying to kill us, 100%.
Maybe not. Honestly, maybe.
I don't think she'd try to kill you. She'd
I
want
agree
you
with
to attack
that.
her first, but... Well, if she's an enemy now, we'll just have to be careful around that. So,
She,
tell me.
I mean, she
seems
doesn't
to
like
be
us, but it's not a kill us on sight, so that's something.
Oh, you always have to be careful with those light lungs.
Yeah, well, I don't understand is she's obsessed with the village. And I not like a compassionate, like, oh, this is like my people kind of thing.
She views it more like a possession.
That's not. It's a bit out of character for people like her. Well, people.
Yeah, that's the confusing part. It also implied that Rayla needs to stay in the village in order for the war to hold up.
Yeah, apparently it's a proximity thing, which she, didn't tell her.
Yeah, oh yes, that whole her using my sister's soul and also I guess my soul kind of to create a barrier. That was something that came up.
Huh. That's new to me. Tell me more about your talk, if you don't mind. She has a bit more of a concerned expression now than before. You seemed very calm even when you discussed Larissa's potential overt enmity towards you. But now she's a bit more concerned.
It's kind of like how Mavis just mentioned, or both of them, that Larissa was pretty upset that I left the village, and I think it's just because the barrier is dependent on. She seemed like she implied, or no, she just said that the barrier is dependent on me and my sister, that I need to be here for it to work. And she said that the ritual rites that I did for her, for Mira. I think that's what made her in, or put her in this situation.
That's... What kind of rite could that have possibly been? She looks thoughtful for a moment. It is like lantern folk to exploit and use someone like you. But something still doesn't add up.
I feel like there's also the issue of having a town leader who will do anything to protect the town, but that also includes using the people in the town as its own resource. Or if we're just cool with that.
I think it's
Well, at the point she is, she's well beyond mortality. She certainly doesn't think highly of people. You shouldn't expect people like her to actually care.
So that makes it fine?
Yeah,
No.
what are you talking about? Come on.
No, that doesn't make it fine, but it means she needs to be approached differently.
Great
said
person
she-
having leadership.
You said she tried to attack you after your encounter, because you said you'd reveal it, right?
I never said I would. She told us
they
not to.
refused to leave.
Well, that means she's afraid of the others finding out. Probably because... And she looks at you, Rayla. Of your mother and father.
You know,
The others wouldn't know what that means, but they would.
Andre's gonna look
Larissa's
at
not-
him. Who had the shadow again? Was it Mavis?
Me?
Yeah.
Mavis.
With his true sight, did he see the shadow on Mavis?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now you can see people as the same bodies that they normally have in the Mansis. And the shadow is still there. You can see it coiling forevermore inside Mavis's own shadow. Like, water pouring down the drain. Hmm. Well,
Alright,
if anything, we can take what she said at face values. People like her can't lie, so at least there's that.
Andre's gonna put his hand up.
Wait. She can't.
Andre, you can just say whatever you want to say. You don't really have to.
Yeah, I feel like we should preface that a lot of other people are probably gonna know this by now. Not just us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna point at Mavis and then point at her shadow. So
Sweet.
you know. Something to keep in mind.
Salika looks at Mavis, confused for a moment, then looks down. You can sense a bit of wisp of magic emanating from her and touching you. Oh. Oh, well, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't she there when we talked about this with her? And she was like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
oh yeah. Wasn't she? Was she there for the talks?
No, she
Oh.
wasn't there. She wasn't there for the, but we did tell her
Yeah.
about it because Mavis was super concerned about it.
We did tell her.
Yeah, we already told her at the beginning.
Yeah, that's on me.
You're good.
Come on, so long. It's been like 5 months. That's not
Wow.
even a joke.
Wow, guys.
Wow, that's so strange. You usually don't slip up
Anyway,
that way.
I'm gonna
Oh, I failed.
also. What do you mean?
I'm nothing. I'm nothing but a whelp.
But there
What
you
do you-
talk.
Yeah, what do you mean she can lie? She absolutely was lying when we talked to her about something.
Salika looks much more. She looks a bit taken aback. Well, light lungs can't lie. They're lantern. They seek truth and knowledge. To lie would go against their very essence.
Andre just said light, he never specified what color.
But her eyes were like yellow, right? Or like
Her
orange?
eyes were yellow.
I can't imagine her being anything but lantern.
Is it possible it's a mixture or?
Well, we just assume she's a lung. She doesn't necessarily have to be fully that, I suppose.
It would be weird though. Why wouldn't she correct you then?
She's from a different. Well, Andre said she's from a different realm.
You can feel a few sets of eyes on you, Andre.
But he is, alas,
I'm not here.
disassociated to the point that his being is no longer here.
Andre, please. It's just
He's just reading his book and eating hot chip.
And lying and being bisexual.
Andre could also pull off the confused in Barnes and Noble.
No, I feel like that's a double thing. That's not an
Well,
Andre
it's very
thing.
specifically a double thing. I agree.
Yeah.
But no, she lied about. First of all, she said she was cursed. Or
And
whatever. That was a
yeah,
lie.
she said the reason why she was what she was is because she's cursed. And Andre immediately was just like, no.
I
Huh.
don't pick that up. She also lied about when she lied when answering our question of why you and your sister had to be involved.
I always just assumed it was because we were sisters, but
Well, the
Something
claim
was-
that she made was because you were heart, or you were influenced by heart, and only heart could. Not only that heart could ward against heart, but that would be the easiest or something. I don't.
A heart is essentially the only aspect that protects and wards. Sisterhood is sacred to the sister and witch, so that would strengthen your bond, your ward. But I don't see why it wouldn't need to be you. Influences can be replaced by items of powers or certain spells.
I did believe her, however, when she said that she does not fully know what is happening with the cave.
Hmm. I'm not
I
so
think
sure.
that's the point of contention. She doesn't know.
It's something we'll have to see. When me and Larissa first erected that ward, the one that you replaced, she looks at you, Rayla. She already had a spell prepared for it. Usually for wards, it's more about passion. You can't prepare it in advance. But she'd been readying for something. If she doesn't understand what's happening in the cave, then maybe she knew something was going to be there all along.
I did accuse her of that.
Hmm.
Ah, so
If
have you lived here your whole life or majority of your life?
Sorry, who are you asking that of?
Salika.
No, I'm more of a wanderer here. A few years ago, I had a situation where I was before. And I had to go away for a while, so I came here. Every once in a while, I'd come and leave, but I stayed here for a good few years. Long enough to get to really know Rayla. It gives you a
So
nice smile.
where is there? Because I understand that the cave is sacred, or has always been somewhat of a anomaly, right, Rayla? Like the cave has always been important to the town
Um,
or to your village.
Honestly, when I was growing up, I didn't really think of it as like that. My sister and I would just go in there every once in a while. It's just a cave.
And so there was a set point where there was a noticeable like ramp up of activity around it.
For me, everything happened at once. I don't know if anything happened around the events.
I was away from the village when the incident happened. I had been for a few weeks. I don't think there was any ramp up. Not from what I discussed with Larissa, but we can't trust her now.
That's because that on top of the way she's describing it, I had trouble at least believing that she wasn't aware of something that was causing fluctuations, at the very least.
For now, we can't really be sure, so I think what we should do is investigate. There are those 4 other places that we saw that your sister showed us, Rayla. Perhaps those will have more information. Maybe the situation will be similar over there.
Hmm.
For now, this
And
place will be safe from whatever is in the cave. You made sure of that. But if Larissa did try to attack you, then she's pretty clearly an enemy. And there's no telling what she might do while we're gone.
I feel like at most she would just try to take over the barrier I set up or set up her own.
She wouldn't be able to. Your barrier is far stronger than what she and I came up with. She wouldn't be able to overtake it in heart. Maybe she could kill it in winter.
She expressed a disinterest in involving Winter in the village.
It's good. The few people that do remain would probably die from it.
It's not that bad, guys.
It's
So
just
like-
dying.
Salika gives you a kind smile. For winter is not always a bad thing.
Yeah, I like the cold, personally.
It's for like remembrance and beauty and listen, it was there's something it was pretty, okay? I mean yeah, it's
There is a serenity to it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
in the amounts that would be needed to overwhelm Rayla's barrier, it would certainly be lethal. It would be more of an avalanche than a small snowfall.
Yeah, I also understand that not everyone can, I guess, come back the way I don't know. Whatever. Also, I feel like we should remember, I have a friend coming, apparently, at some point.
Oh, we do need to do that stuff with Lynn, don't we?
I don't know how long she would be willing to wait, because this also seems time. Well, it seems like it's possible Larissa might make this time sensitive.
She's not the type to sit on her laurels. We
I-
could separate and form two teams.
I think we're stronger together, so.
I think so, too.
Then we'll have to choose.
Yeah.
From the situation that Lodine described, I don't think Lynn will be too patient.
No, I don't.
So if we wanted to investigate here, now I think would be the best time. Perhaps tomorrow in the early morning.
Yeah, you're probably right. Rayla, I know your situation isn't. Well, I don't really know your situation. I do know there is some stress around it, but is it possible your parents would know anything about this?
When you say that, you see Rayla like close her eyes a little bit.
I mean, Salika did imply that it's your parents that Larissa was afraid of knowing.
They're pretty knowledgeable. And if they were investigating this, they might know something. Mm-hmm.
Whatever they know, we can also find out. But you shouldn't avoid going to see them forever.
Well, I would try if I could, but I don't. I think you're right. Maybe it might be worth talking to them.
It's your decision. I was just laying out some of our options.
No, I appreciate it. If they were researching the barrier too, or alongside Larissa, it's worth checking out.
Again, I am sorry if I do end up making that conversation a bit more awkward.
What do you... Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That's my thing with them.
Yeah, I don't think I helped though.
There's nothing you can say that's gonna make it worse or better. You're perfectly fine. I'm happy you're here. Don't worry about that.
Happy to be here.
And it's fine. We can just go in, we ask them our questions, we get out.
You get out. Yep. Short and sweet. That's exactly how it's gonna happen.
I don't like the way you said that.
What do you mean? I'm just saying nothing. It's gonna go exactly all according to plan.
Exactly, yeah. Should we do that now, or do that in the morning and then go to the cave? Or should we go talk to them now?
How late in the day is it, Rama?
Oh!
Right
What
now,
hour is it?
it's about 7 p.m.
Ooh, that's a good hour.
It's a good hour. It's
What's your favorite
it's
hour?
late.
Yeah, we can still go talk to them on though.
It might be something we'll be able to do tonight. Unless you guys have like some sort of like early sleep schedule or something.
Seems like Andre is already dozing off, but
Yeah, no, he's really found his zen there. I don't.
Yeah, he's usually not this calm and he's quiet usually.
Mavis is gonna wave her hand in front of his face.
no reaction.
Yep.
Maybe one of those like
You can feel that
maybe it's a
Andre is
vision.
getting a little bit warmer at the moment.
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh.
go ahead. What do you say, Rilla?
as like when Mavis like puts her hand in front of him, she's gonna be like, "Oh, maybe he's having like a vision or something. We just didn't notice."
That is possible.
Wow,
That
this
has
really does. This really does just happen to you, huh?
Yeah, since we started like meeting up, since we've met each other, really, there's been a big uptick.
I've never really. Well, I guess the ritual rites it counted, I suppose. Yeah, this just happens to us like all the time.
This is
Yeah, and you
very-
guys, I somehow
Really
always draw
weird.
the short stick when it comes to it compared to you two.
You won't really tell us what happens in yours.
I can see why the worst would be attracted to you, though. No offense, of course, but usually your influences call on the meaner things.
I mean, one of them is very nice.
That's a rarity.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed talking to them.
Well,
The others, not so much. Two of them in particular are kind of annoying.
Is it more of those Ordolemii people?
Yeah, they
You
kind
can
of
see that she has her fingers crossed underneath the table.
Yeah, they kind of have a bunch of sticks up their asses. So
Alright, sorry,
It's
I'm
not
back.
all bad.
I'm back and I cast Fireball. I gotta make an entrance.
Whoa.
you were heating up apparently.
Yeah, we're heating up, bro.
Well then good. This will make it faster.
Can you imagine Andre's just super quiet and then he just explodes?
Just flows off.
Like, what do you do that?
New campaign, guys. Let's roll it. Like if we all die because he explodes in a tiny compact area.
Do you know what would be one of the
Oh.
funniest things that would happen? Is that, like, because we all talk about all, like, oh man, we could have a new campaign, like, dealing with the results of this one, but what if we just all died and nothing happened? Wouldn't that be so funny?
Well, I
What does that
promise you,
mean?
if y'all die, things happen. You've got a dead god on the loose, and
Yeah,
you've got the
but
fucking
not-
worm Tsunabi now unleashed.
But it wouldn't be
You've
quite
also
on
got
the
Rayla,
same
which is
level.
currently strengthening like a supernatural spirit.
Yeah, basically, if we die, the next arc is post-apocalypse or the apocalypse.
What if we just retire?
We retire at the peak of our careers?
we
Yeah,
call
we-
it quits here?
Yeah, we
Just
stop.
go
all-
hang out with
well,
the Rasha and learn
Yeah,
how to
we
dance.
go on that. We retire on that island that she has, and we just live there.
It's the Stardew Valley, basically. We just...
It's crazy. I feel like we haven't hit the peak of our career. We have to hit the peak and then leave.
I don't want to hit the peak. I don't want to know what my peak is.
The
You're
peak
gonna be
means
so good.
you could be a better person, you know?
Maybe.
I think
Close.
your peak will definitely have to do with the end of the world.
I want my peak to have a magical girl transformation.
I agree. Mavis deserves that.
Like I feel like the Stardew Valley would be Rama's ideal situation because that means we would have to flirt with the locals.
Bro,
Now
but
we all have to flirt
you
with
have no idea what kind of things I'd say to you, Double.
That's crazy
That's
that you said those
actually
words.
scary.
That's terrifying.
That's so scary.
You could be my little sea cucumber.
Hi, King.
Yeah, what are you doing here, my guy?
Maybe he wants to spectate.
You just spectated.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
He's muted.
Fuck,
He's
this
being
went off
nice.
the rails again.
Hmm.
Because Double's insane entrance. We were like, whoa.
Well,
As Andre, you come back to your senses a little bit. You blink a few times. You just space the fuck out for a moment. You can see Salika turning to you. Oh, you're back. When you saw Larissa, what kind of influence did she have?
Yellow? Like he just like it was light. Like there's a
Was
lot of light.
Yellow?
light is different than yellow, though.
Well, okay, it was like light, and it was that an orange, or was it just light?
Hmm. Larissa's definitely not Forge. No, she's way too frail. Lantern, you said yellow before, but if you're not sure,
I think her eyes were yellow, but she's just light. Like I don't know.
I'll need to prepare a little bit for that. That's unfortunate because,
Are you planning to kill her?
well, she tried to kill you, didn't she?
Well, she threatened it,
Yeah.
kind of.
I don't know, you're very insistent that we had to leave right then and there.
Yeah, well, she was trying to do some weird magic thing, and you know, I'd rather not have my head cut off again. It's happened almost twice.
It won't happen again. Next time I'll volunteer.
No.
After you've made an enemy out of someone like that, even if the appearance changed, they're not going to change their idea. Have to be ready, even if you yourself aren't going to start the fight. You gotta be ready for when they do.
Fair enough. And plus, Rayla, why would you volunteer when I have a slot made exactly for it?
It's not a slot. Don't call it that.
I mean,
Okay.
honestly, we could always just like finish the job of others, and I could do it next time.
Just think about it. If we do it
absolutely not.
enough, that
Right?
part of my
Maybe
neck
I'd
will be so strong.
Maybe I'd reunite myself, apparently, because that is a thing now.
Oh yeah, we did not. That is.
I die next. It's decided.
We need.
But I haven't done it once.
Well,
Yeah, but mine's not finished.
hey, how about we approach this another time? Let's focus on the now.
I deserve to die too.
You're all insane. Okay.
It doesn't really count as dying when you think about it.
Exactly. It's more like transformational, right?
Well, maybe that time, but I did actually for real die that last time. The first time.
And we're happy you're here.
I don't know if I am.
Oh, do you want to
That,
talk
is
about
that too real? Sorry, I tried to.
No, we
no,
never
no,
really talked
it's-
about that. We can talk about it.
Well, no, it's been a while since I've been jesting. It's just thought. Yeah, my bad.
You're jesting right now?
Yeah, I'm out
That was
of
jesting?
practice. Sorry.
Insight check.
You can do it.
Double, you can contest with persuasion or deception, whichever one you think is more adequate.
I don't think he's gonna contest.
Hunter's in his
Not 20.
Whoa!
Is he in fact jesting, Double?
I think it's like a half joke. Like he said it, like he kind of said it as like a reflex, but then there might have been a bit more truth to it than he thought, and he's like, "Whoa, maybe I should take a step back."
Oh my god, it's like when you make those jokes in real life and you're like, huh.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, we're definitely talking about this at a later time.
Yes, and now we should do what exactly?
Mavis just looks at Rayla.
Salika's eyes also turn to you.
Oh, everyone's gonna look at me for this. Okay.
It's your decision.
We
It is. Whatever they know, we can probably learn another way. But
Yeah, but it's faster this way. We're gonna go talk to my parents.
Salika gives you that same concerned look she's had for a few moments. Are you sure?
Um. No. Truthfully. I'm not sure, but I need to know what's going on here, and they might have answers.
Salika seems in thought for a moment. You're right. How do you want to do this?
I was just thinking of going to their house and knocking on the door. Do you have a suggestion?
The direct way is usually the easiest.
That would work. I meant it more, would you like to go on your own?
Oh.
I'm sure you and your parents have many things you'd like to talk about. Things maybe you'd prefer to keep private.
That's alright. A buffer might be nice, honestly.
That's fair. I mean, I guess I have also revealed every single bit of my own personal life, so I guess I shouldn't really put much of a stake in this.
I understand if you wouldn't want me there because of the whole.
Well, the damage has been done.
Yeah, but this is a bit more personal. I would understand not wanting it to be exposed to some sort of spy master, whatever.
Oh yeah, that. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that! Oh my god.
Wait, what did you guys think I was talking about?
I thought you were saying like, oh, you know, because I said that thing earlier.
Oh no. We're
I
past
will,
that.
I will never remember that Lynette is listening. I will never remember.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm in a conundrum, because I want Mavis
Rala,
there.
how many times have you forgotten about this, and can we use that as an excuse for them to have not listened to the conversations?
You mean me?
Yeah, you, the DM.
No, I never forget about Lynette. I just forgot that I forgot that Salika knew about her.
Mm.
Because, like, I kind of, like, I personally, I'd want, like, Mavis and Andre there, just because it's, like, it's cool, I guess.
Mm.
And, like, you guys might have questions you can ask about the situation that I didn't think of. But, like, you know what? Like, what is Lynette gonna do with my personal business, I suppose?
That would be kind of. Well, imagine if she was just like, you know, like roast you, like, man, you don't have a good family at home. You know, your home situation's kind of.
Oh, that's so mean.
Like, it makes sense. You know, I get it now.
I'm just saying, like, I understand if you don't want. She understands if you don't want her there.
Mm,
There are certain things that are gonna happen in the next course of a few days of the game that Mavis would prefer for no one to listen in on, but
I see. No, this isn't gonna be that bad. We're gonna get in, we're gonna get out. You guys can come.
Yep. Alright. Then shall we then?
Oh, we're doing that right now. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
mean, it's not too late yet. I mean, if we wanted to wait, we could.
No, we shouldn't. You're right. We can go. That's fine.
Andre's gonna cast guidance on Rayla.
Wait, does she still have the enhanced ability? Is that still
Nah,
activated?
it's been way
No?
too long. It's off. And Salika herself stands up and goes to offer two things to you. The first is A comforting tap on the shoulder as she herself does cast Enhance ability on Wisdom.
Mm.
And the second one is a glass with the same syrupy liquor she's had. This helps with these things, you know?
I guess it couldn't hurt.
A little
I
bit
really
of
will
alcoholism
think
never hurt anybody.
She said it wasn't alcohol.
No, don't worry. Listen, this is probably fine. I've had friends who drunk every single day. I don't know how they functioned.
As you take a swig, Morella, the taste is very hard to describe. So, as Salika put it herself, it's like fallen autumn leaves. It's crisp and it's very flavorful. It has a bit of a tangy aftertaste as it goes down. At first, it's bitter. After a moment, it becomes sweeter. It's not exactly the most pleasant of sensations, but this is definitely something you could get used to. After it's gone, you feel small little taps on your tongue, like butterflies flapping their wings. And all the shadows in the room seem lengthened to you. You have a +1 to insight and stealth checks.
Mm. Oh, this does somehow taste like autumn leaves. How did you do that?
It's a concoction. She winks at you. The actual recipe itself isn't that hard. I could show you sometime.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Okay, I guess we're doing this. No, I am doing this. All right. Let's go.
Okay. Andre will get up.
Well, if you want to come, you don't have to come if you don't want to come.
I have revealed every single bit of my own personal life. I don't think there's anything I can't take at this point. I've also died,
Okay.
so I doubt this will be that bad.
Well, I just mean, like, I don't want, like, if you don't really want to be there, that's fine.
There are things worse than death, too.
Yeah, maybe. Andre says being a prisoner of war. It's like, no, I kind of just thought about that. It's like, Anyway. Andre doesn't really mind.
With that, Rayla's gonna head out.
Alright.
Yeah, we said we'd be here, so.
Salika herself will follow after you.
I kind of owe you after, having you being associated with public enemy #1 in a country.
Yeah, but Public Enemy #1's pretty awesome.
No, it's not.
I don't know if you're the public enemy #1 anymore. You have some deep connections. Gives you a playful look.
Well, I mean, I've always knew those two.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh,
I think she means God, or does she mean the Ordolimia? I don't even know.
Andre's going to play dumb.
So, Salika lets out a low sigh. One day you'll meet someone, Rayla. It's okay.
He knows.
Damn.
Dang, that's crazy. Oh wait, I need a second.
Wait, what did you say? Or what did she say?
She
So-
says one day, Rayla, you'll meet someone.
Oh,
The deep connections is Bethrina, Ursilia, Moon Whisperer.
Whisper.
Oh man,
I
she was
see.
really like, man, Rayla, you gotta pull. She's like, if this
Said
guy,
you lonely.
yeah, she's like, if this guy can, come on, you can, you got it.
That's crazy. I don't know who I'm offended for.
Okay.
And you just keep walking like nothing's happened.
Oh man, I think Andre's
Rayla-
probably he's dying internally. Like he's just like, wow, I can't believe she just said that.
Yeah, Rayla's gonna like turn around and be like, I don't want you don't whatever.
Zalika gives you a playful look and keeps walking. You know, there's nothing wrong with it, Rayla. You're at that time in your life.
Don't say that to me. Okay, bye. I'm going now.
It's at your age that you should be making mistakes.
No, no, no. Rayla's gonna walk out the door.
She'll follow after you a few minutes afterward. Not a few minutes, a few moments afterwards. A chuckle to her. I assume Andre and Mavis follow?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. And so you begin to make your way over to the Willowbrew's residence. You go down the path. It's a bit harder now that the light is completely out. Mavis, you can't see shit. Rayla, though, you can see even better than usual. You can distinguish between the shades of shadows. You can see which of them are moving, which of them are real, and which of them are not, and which of them are hiding underneath the other ones. Right now, you feel as though you could curl underneath a leaf and hide there, if you wanted. You keep going, and eventually you arrive back in the village. Now there's not many houses that still have any smoke coming out. Instead, you can see all of them seem to be lit up on the same candles, save for Larissa's hut, which is silent and lightless. Not the same as being dark. You can see your own home, Rayla. The same bricks, the same door. From inside, you can't hear much, but the lights are on. Surely, there's someone there.
Rayla's gonna walk up to the door. You're gonna see like her, if you're like looking at her, she's gonna like close her eyes and take a little bit of a deep breath before she knocks on the door and then like backs away from it a little bit.
You knock on the door, and a few moments afterwards, you hear a female voice from inside. I'm coming. And you can hear, slowly, the moments dragging on. Footsteps coming closer and closer to you.
Andre's gonna cast guidance on Rayla.
Didn't you already?
It only lasts a minute.
Oh.
Yeah, keep slapping her with it.
It is how it must be done. As for inside the house, the footsteps seem to be coming from fairly far inside, as it takes a long time. After a few moments, the light flickers as the shadow of a woman passes ahead of it.
He's gonna do it again.
Do what?
Cast guidance.
Oh.
You can see the door rattle.
I see.
You can see the door rattle and pull open, as from inside, you see your mother, Rayla. The same black hair tied in that same bun. those brown orange eyes looking at you directly. It takes only a moment for surprise to show over her face. A look very unlike her. To Andre and Mavis, she simply looks like a quite pretty woman. To you, Rayla, this is very and uncharacteristically emotive for her. She doesn't usually show that much expression on her face. And after just a moment, she'll take a step forward and go to take her hand. She looks at you with two eyes and wide in disbelief. You're back.
Hi. Yeah.
Laura.
Oh.
She goes to pull you into a hug. Do you start to do anything?
Rayla will let herself be pulled into the hug, but you can see she's not really hugging her back too much. It's... It's been a while.
Your mother is still stuck in that hug. At this point, you're maybe a little bit taller than her, not so very much. She pulls away. After a moment, yes, it has. Her expression more composed. She has that serene smile on her face now that you're much more accustomed to her wearing. Why don't you come inside and tell me who these people are?
Yeah. I can go. Yeah, sure. Rayla will go in.
Rayla, huh? You go in. Would you like to describe your home for Andre and Mavis?
Hmm. The inside of like when you first step in, you kind of, it's almost like immediately like the living room-esque area. You see like the whole house is like filled with like, it's a I don't know how to describe. Okay, it's like a very cottagecore-esque house. There's a lot of plant life everywhere, but you can also see like in this like first little area, like on like the table, there's a bunch of books like strewn about. Almost like immediately next to it, like it's next to that area, like it's into the kitchen. And from there, like there's like a door to like the back of it or like the outside, and then you can kind of see to like the left. There's also like stairs to go upstairs.
Rama, how big is this door?
The door? You can fit in fine. It's
Okay.
about regular size.
Well, okay,
Why?
because I looked at the height chart again, and I was like, wow, I forgot I made Andre 6'8".
Yeah, no, wait, I thought he was 7.
No, that's Earhart is 7 foot.
Ah, my bad.
I love the height chart. It makes me laugh every time.
Like, I looked at it, and I'm like,
forgot about
wow,
that.
if this house was made for them, I was like, does he have to, like, duck under it?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but it's standard door.
Yeah, got it.
And Hafet leads you inside into the dining area. There you can see a half-finished single plate with a chicken pie. She appears to have been in the middle of eating, and there's no sign anywhere of your father. I. She sits down. She has a curious look for Salika. I thought. I thought you died. What happened?
You thought I died?
Yeah, we had a funeral for you.
Wait.
Wait, no, Dari, you may have been onto something.
Oh no, was I
Hey,
right?
Rama, can I roll a quick, like, I don't even know if it's a history check, but did she say Mira when she first saw Rayla? Was that?
Yes. Yeah.
I was right? Okay.
I thought I heard Rayla, fair enough.
I DM'd double. I was like, did I hear this
Yeah,
wrong?
I thought I heard Rayla. That's crazy.
I thought I heard Rayla too. Did I just get gaslit in real life?
It's Mira. That's what I said.
I even DM'd him because I'm like, I usually hear shit wrong, so I was like, okay.
Me too. So I was just like, I heard like the sound, and I was like, oh, it's probably her name.
No, I
I
heard
think that's
Mira.
why you were kind of limp. It's like, wow, you really just, huh?
Well, it's like I heard it, but I was just like, oh, maybe I just heard it wrong. I gaslit myself.
Nice.
Maybe this is just a situation where you look so similar to your sister.
I don't think it is.
I don't think
We
it is.
can hope.
Oh
We can
boy,
hope.
this is a situation. Okay.
This is,
Don't get your hopes up.
Why would? But I'm sorry. What do you mean?
She looks at Salika. She seems lost. What are you doing with Salika Katsarov? She isn't Mira. This is Rayla. Buffett looks surprised. To you, it's much easier than for Andre or Mavis to tell. To them, she looks about the same, her expression not changing so much. But you've known this woman your entire life. She looks at you, and for you alone, she seems shocked, surprised, and uncertain. Do you say or do anything?
Oh, so I see. You thought I was her. Okay.
After a moment, she lets out a silent sigh, regaining her composure, even for you. You've come to look a lot like your sister.
You didn't think I'd show up back here again? More likely than Mira would raised from the dead?
That was... It's been a long few years. Why did you come back?
Um... At the town, there's something in the cave. Larissa said you were researching it?
Yes, like a few years ago. After you left, I wanted to make sure what I knew was right. I wanted to make sure that your sister hadn't died in vain. So I went and examined the inside.
That's what I'm here for now. I think there's a activity in the cave nowadays.
I see. Give me just one moment. What's your passive insight with the
Okay.
+1?
1 second. Passive insight. 14. Oh, 15.
15. You can tell that she seems a little bit surprised and maybe even a little bit disappointed, sad. It's hard to tell exactly what, but she seems to have a sour feeling about something, like an unfulfilled hope.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I need to be right back real quick. My mom needs me for something.
Life imitates art.
Bro, it's insane. Like there's so many red flags that got hit
Right?
all in that one first interaction.
Right? Isn't it delightful?
Like didn't apologize, didn't ask how she was, didn't do no.
What do you think? I have the cold and sad piano music going on.
Listen, I'm just here to see Mira's reaction because I know if my family reacted to that with me, my brother would be furious. He would be so mad about that.
I just almost fell on the stairs.
Oh,
Don't do that.
I do that all the
You
time,
okay?
don't worry.
Okay, thanks, man.
It feels great.
Yeah, this is scary.
You're gonna be okay. Just take your
What were
time.
you saying, Double?
Oh, I
So-
was just saying the amount of red flags that were all hit in that first exchange was insane. And how at least I would hope Mira would also be equally as upset. Because I know my brother, me personally, my brother wouldn't stand for that.
Isn't it such a shame that she's asleep right now?
Is she still asleep?
Um,
Also, give me like 1 more second. Sorry.
no, that's okay. Take your time.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright. You say or do anything to respond to her?
What was the last thing she said?
You had passed the insight checks. You can tell she felt sad, sorrowful, or perhaps disappointed, remorseful. Something along those lines about something.
I can. You. This is something that probably interests you, so if you. I came here to ask if you and Dad know anything.
I did look over the entire cave. This is more my domain than your father's. Inside of it, there was. She looks at you and then at Salika. She appears to evaluate you for a moment. A lot must have happened in your travels. You're very different from before.
I was gone for almost 2 years.
Bit more.
I've been gone a while.
Hmm. And you know then about the true ways of magic?
Um, I I'd say I'm involved with the invisible world. I wouldn't really say I know it.
Inside the cave, you'll understand this then. There had been an accumulation of magic. The accumulation itself did not belong to any given aspect. At least, in as diluted a form as I found it, it no longer did. My hypothesis regarding what happened is that there was a particularly powerful magic. Either it was used, either it was released, or either a powerful being set its sights in the cave. Something happened, and as an expression of that release, the arcane power shifted and adapted itself to one of the aspects that most closely matched the location. Essentially, an accident. Nothing more or less random than a thunderstrike in a storm. And when it was released, it matched the aspects already present and formed a more powerful presence for that which rests in the cave. But that was all supposed to be resolved already. I made sure of it with Larissa. Why is it you're looking into this? Why you? She says that last line underneath her breath, of all people.
I'm sure you did take care of it. It's just, I think, did Larissa not mention it to you that there's increasing activity in the cave? Barrier almost breaking?
She looks at you and then at Salika. She seems surprised. No, I hadn't heard of it. She tried to take care of it on her own. Salika herself butts in. No, she didn't. Me and her worked on it and created a new rejuvenated ward. However, the previous ward, which she had made during the funeral, apparently. You can see Hafet furrow her brow with this. Had weakened, and neither myself nor Larissa are potent in heart. But Rayla is? She looks at you, Rayla, looking you up and down.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty proficient in it.
Hmm. I see. So that's why you're looking into it. Is there anything specific you were looking for?
Well, Well, if you say that it's just random natural forces, then maybe it is. But there's there seems like there's things connected to this cave. Have you seen the crystals in the sky?
No. What? The crystals in the sky? What could that... She looks at Salika once more, who herself looks at you. Her attention turns to you once more, her question unanswered.
Yeah, when I went into the cave with my friends. These are my friends. A little bit ago, and we saw. Well, I got shown these visions of these different locations, and there are some crystals in the sky that are connected to them. If you went up the mountain, you'd see them too. They're there.
That's weird. That means the phenomena was connected to something, right? It was connected to those crystals. I have to go give them a look. Is it a link that was formed afterwards, in the process, beforehand? This
Oh.
cave is one of the birthplaces, so... She looks down at the floor, thoughtful for a moment. Her chicken pie going as cold as her face. I see. I'll have to go examine that. If it is hard going at night, it's not the best of time. I see.
If you know something, you should tell me. It would be nice. Of course, you don't necessarily have to, but...
She looks for a moment, considering. And after a moment, she gives you a kind and cold smile. I wouldn't want to endanger you. I'll take care of whatever is happening there. You yourself, you should keep your distance from it. But thank you for bringing this to my attention. I would not have known without you.
You don't want to work with us on this?
I wouldn't want to put you in danger.
I won't be, you can just tell me.
For a moment, her expression contorts. Rayla, please. I've already lost a daughter to these things. I know you don't see us the same anymore, but I don't want to lose another.
Wow, okay. I've been gone for years. You didn't want to lose another daughter? Why didn't you look for me then? I don't mean that. That's sorry. You guys are probably busy here.
She looks at you for a moment, silent. Yet again, she seems to consider something. Give me just one moment. Sorry about that.
Okay.
For Hafet, she herself looks at you in the eyes, Rayla. Those same eyes you've seen so many times, that sometimes you've seen through. And you can see rather, you can hear her as she says, the role of a parent is not to choose the path of their child. If you had decided to walk that path, it was not mine or your father's place to stop you. Her words are small in a almost detached tone, as cold as she usually is. Not,
Oh, sorry, you
sorry,
can go ahead.
no, you.
Um, I, I guess you're right about that. I did made that decision on my own. Well, anyway, that's something else entirely. Even if you don't tell me what's going on or what you know, my friends, Salika, they're all a part of this too. I really do think if you understand something about this, it would be nice for you to tell us.
I'll need to make sure before. She looks at Salika. Can I speak with you for a moment? Salika herself seems to have been focused on something else and turns her attention back towards your mother. And what about? Your mother looks at her and then at all of you in turn. Salika to respond. Whatever you want to say, I'll be ready for it. Many of them are further along than you recognize. Your mother considers, yet again, a long pause before shaking her head. No, never mind. The air hangs thick and dead in a silence that, for now, your mother doesn't seem interested in breaking.
Should we
Do you
mention
say-
I'm
the
sorry, I'm
scary thing?
confused.
Yeah.
Wait, I think
What's
I
it-
have a question. Wait, is she? Are you guys asking about Shin? She's refusing to give information.
Mhm.
Okay. And the basis is she doesn't want Rayla to get involved in this because of fear of hurting her.
Mhm.
Okay.
Andre's gonna put his hand up.
Uh. Andre?
Should we mention the threat that lives a couple meters away from here?
Or maybe mention the fact that Rayla's already involved and
True.
is going to continue to be involved, so any information she doesn't have puts her at a further disadvantage.
Maybe not as passive aggressively, but yes.
She looks at you, Andre. Go ahead.
Well, we kind of have, well, I mean, you know them, right, Larissa?
What about her?
She's a light long.
Okay,
Oh,
we don't know if she's a light.
Oh, you're just really going out there with it, huh?
Well, we kind of have to. Why are we dancing around it?
Cause I just okay, my bad.
Larissa is no long. You may no longer have her soul, but she's not progressed far enough.
Whatever, she's made of light. It's weird.
See? And
She targeted your daughter specifically.
Yeah, she was gonna try to kill us, I think. Or hurt us, some.
she furrows her brow. Continue.
Well, I think we should also mention... Actually, should you do this, Rayla? I don't know if I should.
I've been kind of avoiding it if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, it's... Well, I just think it needs to, like, rip it off, you know, like a band-aid, or...
Should I just say everything?
I feel like you should. I feel like what she did is not great, and it should be at least mentioned.
Um Larissa was telling us that the barrier that's in the cave now, that's mine. I made that. Or I took it over, I guess. But the old one, the old one, that was made during Mira's ritual rites, or when she passed away. It was made using her.
What do you mean? Her tone is somehow older. She seems a little bit angry.
Honestly, I don't fully know. I know that okay, I'm gonna explain a lot to you, and it's gonna sound kind of crazy, but you might not believe me, but the old barrier, it was connected to me and Mira, and some part of her seems to be stuck in it, trapped within whatever is being kept inside of the barrier, I guess. Did I explain that properly, guys?
She's trapped inside of your barrier?
No, the old one.
She's split.
She looks at you, Mavis, and then turns back to you, Rayla. Did your father... Corrects herself after a moment. Did your sister... Did you see her again? Is that how you know?
I could sense her inside of the one in the cave, and for the past, I think it's been like a month, there's been a version that's been with me. So I did see her.
A version with you? Do you mean a shard of the ward?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. Sorry, this is... From what I know is that it seems like the Mira, her like soul got like split in two, or got one part of it got taken by the Thunderskin and the other got taken by the Sister and the Witch. And then one of those sides is with me.
As you begin your explanation, she obviously seems in disbelief. Soul splitting in two. As you mention the Sister and Witch, something seems to click. She sits, thoughtful for a moment. The silence still hangs thick in the air. And this version of Mira, is she still there? Is she still real?
Can Rayla feel that version of Mira with her right now?
Right now, yes, but she is very much sleepy.
EP.
Mm-hmm.
She's here. When we went into the cave, she went dormant.
I see. So she could speak before. If we find a way. She pauses for a moment. I will help you regarding the ward. I'll go and examine it tomorrow morning. And like your friend said, I'll share with you what I find.
Okay, that's all I really came here for. That's great. Thank you. And you see Rayla stand up.
You stand up. As you do, you can tell. I don't know if you can actually. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell. And wait, I can't re-roll it. That would be advantage. No. I've been using the same dice for every roll this session. I'm gonna switch now. Gotta give another dice a chance to shine. As you stand up, you can tell that your mother seems not conflicted, but saddened about something. As you stand up and get ready to leave, you hear her from behind you. This part of Mira that you say is with you, Rayla. Is it possible to speak with her?
Yeah, I've talked to her before. I don't think you can now, but maybe in the morning she might be awake.
Oh, I see. That would be lovely. Her voice quiets down. The end of her sentence cannot be heard.
Anything else you wanted to say?
I suppose I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome again to the village, Rayla.
Yeah.
Did you intend
Yeah,
on staying
thanks.
here?
You see, Rayla, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You see. You get out, ignoring her last question. And you make your way out of the house.
Sorry for abandoning you, team.
Yeah, Andre's just
Awkward
gonna get up and
situation.
just go, "Thank you for having us. My name is Andre, by the way," and he's gonna leave.
She gives you a nod, and that same cold smile she's had for essentially the entire interaction for you. You've not really seen her expression shift that much. Salika herself follows you outside after a moment. Andre and Mavis, she still seems the same way she did since about halfway through that conversation.
Yeah.
Oof. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch that later because I missed most of it.
Well, that was something. Are you okay?
That one, I think that was better than expected.
Wow. I could not imagine what you were expecting.
That was a bit rough. But you did it. One trial done.
Yeah, well, I guess I did expect her to at least ask a little bit about where I've been and all that, but she's right. I guess I did
Have
choose to
you been
leave.
well? Or
Yeah, you didn't apologize for mistaking you.
Oh, well,
is that not the first time that's happened?
it's happened before, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, I did expect her to ask at least something,
Yeah.
but like,
She didn't even
I don't
ask
know
if
if
you were doing okay. She didn't seem...
Uh,
She didn't care.
well, it's not, like, she's right, I'm the one who did choose to leave.
You did.
but you left for a reason.
I did.
Let's
You-
be honest
you
with me,
don't
Rayla.
know.
If she recognized you off the first... after that first sighting, do you think she would have hugged you?
What the fuck, Andre?
Holy shit, bro!
He's got to lay it out. You're like, you need to you need some
Mavis is
self-worth.
gonna actually try and like hug Rayla, and she's just gonna glare at Andre like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
What? I'm asking a question that I think we should answer.
No.
Whoa!
Listen, I
Rayla-
thought this was a town full of nice people, but they're all awful sociopaths.
Hey! That was that one lady by the mill that was nice.
She was
Lorraine.
cool. She was cool. But
Like,
she's not really
first
in the
of all-
town.
Hey, Zarij was also cool.
So you're also assuming a lot of feelings that these parents have too. On top of that,
He has not had any good impression of anyone here except see some other people that are like kind of separated from everybody.
and I thought I was bad.
Rayla is gonna hug back Mavis.
Don't listen to the bad man.
I know the answer to that question. I don't really know what.
Grandpappy would be disappointed.
You don't need to say the answer out loud. I'm just saying, it just didn't really seem like she cared.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Listen, you talked to her and we did it, and she said she'll help us, so that's good. And
You're not, Andre. You're not wrong for any of your questions. I just.
Are you sure about that? He kind of looks at Mavis.
Mavis is like mouthing, "Shut the fuck up." Shut up. What is Salika's reaction to any of this?
Andre, there was a moment where you could feel a rather distinct murderous presence behind you. A first for your current encounters with Salika.
Listen, if she killed him, that means he's right. So, he doesn't care. That just proves his point.
Maybe Andre is a sociopath in this town.
Maybe
Yes,
he is.
he's insane. Please listen to me.
No, he's my Blorbo. Double, never say that.
Yeah, he is a blowbro.
Like, everyone.
Salika herself takes a step
Okay.
forward. I think this is enough for today. Let's go back home, Rayla. Okay?
Yeah. Let's. That sounds nice. Let's go.
Mhm.
I don't know what to think about any of that.
It's fucking crazy.
You begin to make your way towards home. Salika's house. Do any of you, Sarah, do anything on the way?
I need to make a personal check, I think. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, that's an omen. Okay. Andre's going to begrudgingly just apologize. It's like, sorry, I just didn't think about the question that much.
No, your question was fine. You're just concerned. I would be more upset if the answer to that question was yeah, she would have hugged me if she recognized me, but I don't know if she would have done that. She's not a bad person though. She's just
Andre's
You
gonna
know, a
keep his
lot
mouth
happens.
shut. He's not gonna say a word. He's just gonna make a mental note that maybe not having parents wasn't so bad.
that's fucking crazy. Whoa.
The Naruto and Sasuke argument.
He's like, if this is the alternative, wow. But yeah, he won't say
You
anything.
know what?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not. It's just a lot happened to our family.
Yeah, sometimes it's just hard expressing how you care for someone.
He's gonna keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He's gonna say something.
This is like full on just like, don't you fucking say a word.
He's not saying a word. He's. Ooh.
I mean, I threatened Andre the first time. 3 times, so.
That was the opposite of caring for me.
Well, I mean, I care about you now, and it's still
Now
a
you
threat,
do.
you know?
Okay, and
Like, I wouldn't threaten you the same way, but I would still, like, threaten you into, like, taking care of yourself or something.
you have threatened me.
Yeah.
The dynamic you guys have is a little different.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying everyone's dynamics are a little different, and it's not necessarily good, but it doesn't mean that they don't care. Granted, I don't really know them, but we can't really know for sure, and honestly, maybe there's no point in thinking about it. What's done is done, and let's just call it a night for now.
Please.
What, Andre?
He said, please.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you've had a long day. We can.
I can keep going, but if we're doing it now, I won't say no.
Hey, sleep.
No, you guys should. You guys have been up for a while. Let's get some sleep.
Us.
Huh?
You've been through a lot.
Maybe we all just need a reset.
You continue making your way. You've passed by the Spider Butcher's place. You're about halfway up
Can I
now.
cast Divine Sense when we're there? Just real quick. Just out of curiosity.
You can. Do you feel like a lucky man?
I'm just curious. I just want to know if that lady's undead or not.
Go ahead.
I'd like to do it.
You use it, and in a 60-foot radius, you can tell that none of the sheep appear to be celestial, undead, or any of the like.
Okay, good.
The shack is a little bit out of the way. You need to make a detour and actually walk a bit closer to it.
Nope.
60 feet is not,
Mm-mm.
that much.
No, I'm black. I don't fall for that. He's staying. He's minding his own business.
So fair. It's so true. So smart.
So you don't approach?
No, he doesn't go to the scary cabin off the trail. Mm-mm.
I don't
Okay.
think anything would happen. The people in the town are nice,
They're
man.
mean.
Our
They-
movies say something else.
And after a few minutes, you arrive back at not Larissa, at Salika's home.
What, Larissa?
She turns to the three of you. I don't have that much space, but the two of you could take my guest room. She looks at you, Mavis and Andre.
I mean, I could sleep on a floor, so.
Yeah, I can sleep anywhere. Actually, I was gonna stay outside for a little bit, if that's alright with y'all.
Of course.
You.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? I just want to look at the stars.
No, I can't do an insight check. Crap. Oh, you lucky.
You see
What do you
nothing.
mean? You could
Um,
succeed on the saving throw.
I could,
Like
but
the world.
no.
Is it worth it here?
Because imagine being like, "Are you sure?" and she says something, and then he attacks her with a dagger. No.
Mavis, if you need us, though, we're inside.
If anything happens, I'll scream.
That's not reassuring at all.
I've never heard you scream.
Seriously, we're here if you need us.
No, I just want to look outside for a bit.
And the two of you enter without Mavis?
Mhm.
I see. You enter. Salika shows you Andre waving to one of the doors in the corners of the main room. You can use that room.
Got it.
Then she turns back to you, Rayla, taking your hand. You okay? Would you like to talk? I could make us some hot cocoa.
Cocoa sounds nice.
See. And one of the little monkeys from before will jump on the counter and begin to prepare some delectable hot cocoa. What does Andre do?
I don't think he believes Mavis.
I mean, are you gonna stalk her?
I was
Don't
thinking.
stalk Mavis, leave her alone.
No,
I was thinking about it.
It's the like circle. It's like in the beginning. It's a callback.
Yeah, I saw it.
no.
Remember?
Yeah, because I was like, there's that one time when she did it as an animal, and I was like, ugh. But with Andre as he is now, even if he doesn't trust her, well, even though he doesn't believe her, he trusts her, so he won't.
Yeah, who believes Mavis? Like, what? But it's like, I respect your privacy, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he knows she doesn't respect his, he's gonna trust her.
Yeah, Andre's never really valued his privacy that much.
We know, like, everything about Andre. Like,
Yeah. Like, you know what kind of pattern he's got on his underwear? It's
I
hearts
don't
and
think we know
diamonds.
that. Do we know that?
Yeah,
It's hearts and diamonds.
Oh my god, that's lore. That's crazy. Anyway, go ahead.
This is news to me.
Do you think now he's got little rock flint like
That's
impressions on him?
weird.
That's
No, it's like Batman sleeping in bad underwear.
Oh my god, think about if we were a D&D podcast, we would have, like, merch. We should talk about that later.
Okay.
Continue the game.
Yeah. So Andre, you go to your room?
Yeah, and he's gonna talk to the Flint.
You go into your room. As you enter, you find it's a very okay room. It's a house in the middle of the woods, so you probably weren't expecting that much. There is a bed. It doesn't seem to be the youngest. It doesn't seem to have been that well cared for. There's a lightly dusty smell throughout the room, as well as the smell of the moths that have, kept throwing themselves towards the flame. It's not the worst smell. It's kind of like smelling gasoline in a way. And we will come back to you in a moment, as we will go back to Rayla and Salika after a short publicity break, because I really need to use the bathroom. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hypocrites,
Like,
the
man,
lot of you.
does it have to be me next? Can Mavis have her moment?
no.
That was such an out-of-pocket question, though.
He was just posing like he was like, I don't know if Rayla's like lying to herself, so he just wanted to pose
Nah,
that to
I
be like, I
respect
want
it.
you
I
to like
respect it.
really realize, like, you need to respect yourself.
I respect it. I respect it. What were you counting in chat?
The amount of times that she'd said something that was messed up, and it was like strikes to be like, all right, that's strike one. Didn't ask if she was
I
okay.
see.
Strike two.
Yeah.
What were the first two?
I think the first two, that was like the calling her by the wrong name and then
Mhm.
like not seeing if she was okay. And then the 4 and 5 was you giving her a chance to be like, hey, anything else you want to say? And she was just like, I'll see you tomorrow. It's like, got it. That's 5.
By the way, I love the logic of, oh, I don't want my daughter involved with this because I'm scared she's hurt, but ignoring the fact my daughter's already involved with this and is going to continue to do shit even if I don't tell her anything. Front.
It's just because I'm the one who brought it up to her.
The only thing you can do is just be like, if we do this, we can get, Mira back. That's the best way to do it.
I think Rayla would rather die than say that.
Thing is, if you do that, could you imagine the game you could play? If you do this, and then Mira comes back, and then Mira hates her parents? Oh,
Oh,
it'd be
I'm
perfect.
convinced Mira's gonna not respond well to Mom.
Let's hope
Probably
you
not.
share memories, because, it'd be so perfect.
I don't think she's gonna respond well.
You should tell on her. You should
Yeah.
you should rat to her everything that happened. Spill the tea. Also, I was not expecting that reaction to his question. I'm gonna be honest.
What, hey,
Yeah,
you
they're
think your
like,
parents
"Whoa."
love you?
I thought it was established that they kind of don't.
I don't think that's it. I literally think they have no idea. I think it might be honestly a case of, yeah, they have a favorite kid. That doesn't mean they don't care for the other kid.
I really
They
don't.
just
I don't
don't
know
know
if
how to
that's the
express
case. I don't even know if it's
That was
don't know how
the
to
vibe
express
I
it.
got. But granted, I missed half of the conversation.
The
so
vibe I
maybe...
got was like apathy for most of it, like to an extent. Like maybe there's a bit of something there, but I feel like it's not like, oh, they don't know how to express it, because they do it. They're expressing it a lot for Mira. They sure you know how to do it for her.
Yeah, because Mira's dead.
Okay, so when you have that experience, why wouldn't you use that to, maybe love your living child a bit more, or like, show affection
No,
to
it's
her?
literally, she died. It's the idea of, I think they don't see Rayla. I think if Rayla were to be hurt, they'd be upset and they would care about that.
Oh, so
But
that's what it
physically
takes?
hurt.
That's what it takes?
I think it's like they don't know how to express it.
I think that's their fault. They are grown adults.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying I don't think it's a case of them not caring. I think it's literally a thing of they've never showed it or know how to show it.
Andre's typically
That's not good
innocent.
Either.
He's usually an innocent till proven guilty, but they have proven themselves guilty, and now he has completely flipped the switch with them. He thinks they do not care about Rayla until proven otherwise.
No, I think they care about Rayla, just maybe perhaps not enough, or they just don't know how to.
It's just so interesting. It's so fun hearing other people discuss my character. Like, whoa.
Yeah,
It's almost like her character is interesting and multi-layered or something.
That was so unintentional. I did not. When I came into this campaign, I was just like, I just made this, and I was like, oh shit, this is like a serious topic.
That's how it works. You got it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
yeah, you make
you're
a
right.
funny idea, and then you're like, oh no, there's
Yeah.
consequences.
There's consequences, but that's how I felt. This is an immortal lobby. I had to step up, I suppose.
No, I also did not realize just how many consequences I would be putting. When I added more to it, when I added the other half of Andres, I did not realize just how much baggage that would give him.
I feel like the prisoner of war stuff does not come up enough.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's insane.
I think it comes up just the right amount, because I feel like it would get it's a reverse of a Mary Sue.
Just a failure?
Yeah. Yeah, guys, remember, I was a POW.
I think it would
Remember
come
how I
up
said that 3
more.
episodes ago? Yeah. That's why I'm bad at bowling. I'm a POW. I did
I
that.
think it would come up more if there was an honest to god war arc or battle arc where it was two sides two very distinct sides against each other. I think it
Almost
would
like
come up
fair.
more.
Did
I
you
feel like
forget
we're
the
brewing
oatmeal?
towards that, aren't we? I feel like we're going towards something like that, aren't we, at this point?
Now, Daria, did you forget the oatmeal already?
Well, yeah, but we're not part of that though.
Where do you think that is?
I know where that. No, I know that's happening. I'm saying we're not involved with it right now. That's why it's not coming up.
That's the thing.
Nice.
Andre's not going to bring it up unless someone else does.
Mhm.
I Bro, why would we be like Andre? Do you remember when you were a prisoner of war, bro?
You could ask him about it. Nothing stopping
Oh
you.
dear God.
That would be a good get back for telling you, hey, do you think your parents love you?
I respected it. That was very Andre of Andre. And like he was just like, hey man. He was honest. I respect it.
And I've played Mavis as of have growing within the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've recognized like that's not okay.
It's
Mhm.
fun seeing what both of you think of that interaction.
All right.
Also, do we have to do my conversation with Salika right now? First before Mavis's thing?
We can do.
What thing?
We can do.
Is
Other,
Mavis not doing something outside? Is she just chilling?
we will cut to Mavis right now.
I just volunteered Daria. I'm so
You
sorry.
voluntold.
Yeah.
Voluntold. I'm so sorry. I can take it back if you want, Daria.
No, you've already put us down this path. I can't.
No, I can take it back.
You, Mavis, are outside.
No.
If you were bothered by the cold, you would be. But alas, such sensations are lost on you. The wind blows gently, and you can see many small critters, moths, squirrels. You can see crawling on the sides of a few trees, some nice spiders. From the top branches of dark, silhouetted trees, you can see crows and ravens.
Damn, I fit
cawing
in.
Like, hmm?
Damn, do I fit in with this aesthetic?
Mm-hmm. The cottagecore witch life has chosen you. What are you doing as the stars look down kindly upon you, as silent as anything could ever hope to be?
She's honestly sitting on the ground, knees to her chest, looking up. She also just wanted a moment to herself, processing what happens throughout the day. She's worrying about the future and what she's gonna have to run into.
Hmm.
And I don't like want to go into depth and thought, like I'm in her thoughts and stuff right now. So and she's kind of just serene and staring at the sky.
Let's see. You stare at the sky, take it in, and you feel a familiar sensation.
Yeah, there it is.
As you wonder what you might run into, you can't help but ask yourself, what might run into you instead? Roll a d10, please.
Imagine it's not Lynn and it's just a bear. Like it's just an actual.
Oh, it's
Maybe
not
just
Lynn.
like a bear.
It's not Lynn.
I think it is. You're wrong.
It's not Lynn.
You're wrong.
I trust Daria's judgment on this.
6, because I
feel so
can
bad, I
only
took ball and
fucking
fold.
roll evens. Thank God that's not the thing anymore.
Oh, the
No,
worming time. I see.
I see. And that brings us up to 12.
Crazy.
You can feel them. Feel yourself inside of you. You hear that little girl's voice again. From just a little bit before you and her became you alone. You hear her once more saying just how hungry she is. It resounds not inside of your head, nor inside of what was once your heart, but inside of your stomach, coiling and twirling. A gurgle that goes silent after only a few seconds. Do you say or do anything else?
Did the worms come out?
No? All you can feel is them coiling further deeper inside of you, growing more and more.
Do I get the sense that eventually they're gonna like pop out?
Of course, this is, as it has always been, a battle between you and them. How long do you think you will last before they become you and you them? Can you make them you? Can you quell them? Worries you've had before and will continue having until you no longer have. Do you say or
Begin-
do anything else?
She's gonna keep looking up at the stars, the moon,
You'll look
but
up at
she's very aware of the knife.
You'll look up at the stars, taking them in. Have a serene evening, merely interrupted by the method Dorasha has given you to kill yourself and rid the world of all that you bring with you. And now we will switch to Andre.
Oh, crap.
You're not the only suicidal one. Ha!
He's not suicidal.
Passively suicidal.
He already died. Can't do it twice. It doesn't stack.
Sure.
That's a hell of a way to look at it. What does Andre do inside of his own little room?
He's gonna try to talk with the Flint.
You focus your energy inwards in a now familiar and easy feeling. And after a moment, you find yourself inside of the Flint's domain. As you yourself penetrate it, you feel you're not alone. It's like a sensation at the back of your head. Something is looking at you. Maybe not even someone.
Can he try to look for it?
Ow.
He's gonna turn around.
You turn around and you see more of that endless void that the Flint projects everywhere. That barren wasteland that without fail flourishes and ceases once more.
Who, like, if you're watching, like, can we just not do this whole subterfuge thing? We can just talk. That's what you want.
Andre Timmer. The Flint speaks to you. Why have you come here today?
Well, I guess I kind of needed help. but
Then speak.
well, that's it. I'm not really sure what. Like, I want to go back to the Mansis, but after last time, I'm not really sure if I could do it.
Do you wish to speak once more with that child you brought here?
Yeah, but
Fucking damn it.
I'm not sure if I don't know if I can help.
The Mansis has changed much since my days. The White Gate, however, has not. The Elegiast's domain remains firm. If you go back, I will find the way.
I know I can get there. I know I could get back, but I don't know if I'm able to do anything. Last time it went so poorly, and I don't even know what my plan is.
I cannot help you in convincing the child. She is much like your friend that you have brought here once. And I believe she will listen only to herself. When I spoke with her, what she sought was validation. Not from myself, you, or anyone, but of her ideas, what she believed herself to be. And she believed herself to not be worth existing. I do not know how the mind of mortals work. That is your task. If you can understand her, pierce through the walls she has made, I can help you.
Alright. I'll, I'll consider. But I'm not sure if now is the best time.
I must also warn you, Andre Timmer. Though we have grown stronger, it appears others have begun to take notice of us. In the Mansis, by projecting my domain, you have attracted eyes. Be wary that they do not come to act. For if greater powers come to end our ambitions, you will surely be caught in between a rock and a hard place.
Right. Thank you.
Hmm. Now go then. I bid you luck.
Andre will nod and try to just get out, I guess.
You get out, and you find yourself in your room with the drapes very comfortably warmed by yours truly.
He's just gonna sigh. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Ugh, I do not think I was made for this. But here I am, and he's gonna flop back.
And you go to sleep.
Yep.
And so, the Flint's chosen one goes Betty by. And then there was one. As we will turn back to Rayless POV. You can finish typing whatever you were going to say, Yash. It's okay.
I'm sorry. Whenever my mute button is like a letter, so like it always like makes me type. I have nothing to say.
Well, now you do. As Salika makes nice hot cocoa, she hands you over one of the cups. You can see the milk slightly vaping. Vaping?
It's
Heating.
vaping.
The cup steaming. Inside, there's two medium-sized marshmallows floating around, imbibing themselves of the liquid, bouncing against one another until one of them sinks to the bottom and only one stays afloat. Do you say or do anything?
She'll take a sip of her drink.
It tastes great. It's warm, filling. It goes all the way down your throat and straight into your heart.
This tastes the exact same.
I never did change my recipe. Salika comes forward and sits next to you.
I feel this is a scene from the past, isn't it? I feel like a kid again.
Salika smiles at you. Do you remember the first time you had it?
I'm sure it was another moment like this.
You were so small back then. You were barely up to here. And she puts her hand at about the height of her waist.
Haven't grown that much since then.
Well, now you're certainly at least up to here. And she puts her hand at about the height of her shoulders. You were so excited back then. I don't know what you'd done that day. Your face was a little bit dirty, your clothes a little bit torn apart. But you had such a happy and beautiful smile.
When we were first gonna come back here, I was honestly dreading it.
Mhm.
But I can't lie.
Mm.
Other than that one moment, it's almost good to be home. But it does suck a little bit. I feel like a kid running away again because my mom was mean to me. Well, at least I think she was.
Zalika stands silent for a moment. A fact is, someone that has difficulty thinking for others. And for now, I think that it's sad for you that she doesn't recognize you as you really are.
She hasn't for a while. I don't know why I'm so upset about it now. I just don't think I should be surprised.
She is your mom. She takes a sip of her hot cocoa. But it's a mother's duty to love her child. It's her responsibility to care for him. Whatever she thinks, or whatever she believes, I think the issue, the error, the fault all lie with her. I think when the time comes, she'll see you as you truly are. Would you want that?
I've I've wanted that for a very long time.
And I'm sure it will happen.
I It's what I want. It's just it's it's like a little part of me that feels like, maybe I don't need that. But I don't even know if I'm allowed to think that.
What is... Salika takes another sip of her cocoa and sets it on the table ahead of her, scooching it a little bit closer to you. What do you think family is, Rayla? What is it to you?
I think it feels like such a strange question to me. Family's supposed to care. I care about my friends, so I think it's supposed to be like that. I care about my sister. And even in death, she cares about me.
Hmm. I think that's a good answer. You can make your own family in life. So long as you have people that you yourself can care for. People that can care for you when you need it and when you don't. You will never truly be alone. But she stays silent for a moment, weighing her words. There are also times where someone that you care for may not for you. Sometime where people who you will be there for will not for you. Sometimes it might be their fault. Sometimes it might not. And I think family is the person you see at the end of the line. I think it is who you decide to forgive, who you decide is worth it, who you feel you want to be with, what your heart dictates to you. Have you ever heard the saying, the heart is the most selfish organ?
I have not.
That's because it's the only part of you that will impose how it feels, how it thinks on you. At the end of the day, wherever you follow your heart, if you believe you're right, I think is all one needs. It is all that you should want. Of course, it's impossible to know what is at the end of the road until we're there. I'm sure working with your parents, with your mom, regarding this will be, and she looks at you with a caring look, an emotionally intensive task. But at the end of it, when you reach the destination of that journey, I think you'll know. You'll see how you truly feel, how your mind and your heart align, and how they do.
This really, I do really feel like a kid. I come here, I'm all sad, and say things that make it seem like this won't be the worst thing ever.
She gives you a small smile. It's never as bad as it seems. She puts her arm around your shoulder to pull you in close into a hug.
Rayla will lean into her.
You lean into her, your head resting on her shoulder, and she herself kind of turns around and gives you a kiss on the forehead. Things won't be easy, but even though there's a lot to figure out, you can be sure of this one thing. I love you, Rayla. And I'll stay with you. When you need me, and when you don't.
Rayla's gonna hug her back, and you can hear, like, very quietly, she'll say, I love you too.
Salika nods and goes further into the hug. I'm good path like this. It's very comfortable. Your shoulder is warm and not too hard. Do you say or do anything?
Unless Salika gets up, Rayla's just gonna chill there.
I see. Then you spend the night with Salika. And all four of you get a long rest. And that will be the end of the session.
We're all very quiet.
It was an emotionally intense moment.
It was.
Yeah, that was great. Good work, everybody.